From the studios of Books in Motion, this is Rebecca Rogers, reading The Quest for the Artifacts, Phantasmic Wars, Book 2, by L. Hawley. Now let's begin with The Quest for the Artifacts, Chapter 1. Marcus stood outside his brother's door, shuffling his feet. "Morgrim?" he asked. "Mom and Dad both—"
"She's not my mom!"
Morgrim hissed from the cocoon of blankets he had made on his bed. His expression blackened at the sound of his 7-year-old brother's voice. Not that Marcus could see this, but he could hear Morgrim's venomous tone just fine, and flinched. "I know, but—" Pausing to collect his thoughts, Marcus found the words spilling out of his mouth faster than he could think them. "But they both want you to come with us to the park, and I do too, and we never play anymore. Morgrim, why is that? I miss playing with you. You always made up the best games, and I have the toy swords you made us out of cardboard, and we could play knights or pretend to fight dragons again, or maybe play that game where we are on a secret mission on an alien planet." The door opened, and Marcus stopped talking, looking up into the dark gray eyes of his big half-brother.
"If it'll shut you up, fine. Let's go."
Morgrim slid his arms into the baggy sleeves of his black zip-up and pulled the hood over his head, covering his shaggy brown hair. The black only emphasized the so pale it was almost translucent quality of his skin. Glancing back into his room as he moved to close his door, he paled even more.
I'll meet you downstairs in a minute, okay?"
Marcus's face lit up. "'Kay," he whooped, scampering down the stairs. Marcus loved his big brother. Despite his gruff exterior, Marcus knew Morgrim could come up with the coolest games to play, and his mind was always thinking of a new adventure. And, in his own way, though he found Marcus annoying at times, Morgrim loved his little brother. Checking to make sure Marcus was gone, he slipped back into his room and folded up a yellowed letter that was sitting on his bedside table, sliding it into an envelope addressed to John in a loopy cursive. He stashed the envelope between the mattress and box spring, tucking the covers down so they looked naturally disarrayed. Surveying the room one last time, he nodded to himself and shut the door to his room behind him, heading down the stairs. Thinking on the letter's contents, he frowned. His little brother didn't yet realize how different they were. "I'm not going any further until you tell us what is going on, Blackburn," the principal of Cedarville Elementary, Ms. Pearson, said in exasperation. "Where are you leading us? Why are so many of our family members—" She swallowed, unable to say it. Mr. Blackburn stared at the small gathering of people before him, the odd assortment of adults, children, and elderly he had found wandering around town after Morgrim had ripped an untold number of items out of the realm of reality and placed them in Phantasmagoria, the name given to the world of imagination, while simultaneously freezing a large portion of humanity. He cleared his throat.
"Well, then,"
he told the assembled crowd,
"I know many of you have been asking me what's going on, and, well—"
He cleared his throat again. He was much better with reading words in books than he was at making speeches of his own.
"I guess I have to be honest and say I think this situation is partly my fault."
People in the crowd started shouting angrily, their questions and exclamations jumbled in a loud chorus. Mr. Blackburn stood in front of them, beneath the lamp-post on the corner of Briar Lane and 108th Avenue. Its light encircled him as though he were the lead actor in the spotlight on a stage. He waited for the sound to die down before continuing.
"It would take too long to explain now, but I promise you all I will. I know this situation is most unusual."
He pushed his glasses back up his nose before continuing.
"We need to find shelter, somewhere we can gather, a place that is protected and can house many people."
He pointed up the road to where the Cedarville Elementary School
Sample complete. Ready to continue?